I'm
angry about taxes.
When did we all get this dumb? Almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and nuclear warfare. I don't see any bodies, so it doesn't count.
I'm angry about taxes.
I'm the chef. I want to hear one thing. Yes, chef. Come on, man. Use your brain. The Why I'm Angry podcast starts now. It's the chef. And I got Jay Boots here. We're going to talk about a few things today. I've got some headlines. We've got a thing about some elephants invading cities in China. That's right. China has elephants. We're going to talk about some horse racing, some ships, a man on fire. Oh, no, wait, that's the ship is on fire, and 20-foot seawalls. And a woman who says she is not going to teach Spanish to white kids to help take away white supremacy. Destroy it.
That's right. Progressive.
So before we get to that, I've got other big news stories. I got a list of the top news stories for the day. Number one is to protect her from hurricanes, Miami needs a 20-foot seawall running through 6 miles of the city. This is reported by the Army Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, just 20 feet, though, but nothing bigger than 20 feet.
20 foot high, 6 miles wide. But the thing that really struck me is it's going through the city. It's not around the city. It's not in front of the city. It will be through the city. So at least the seawall will stand. The city will be gone, but we'll have some city.
We'll have a wall left.
We'll have a wall. The wall will be protected by the city.
Right. Clearly.
Because it's clearly that's what we were going for, right? A wall that could stand up to hurricanes. So we're going to turn this into East Miami, West Miami. The West Miami will be communist and run by Fidel Castro's brother.
Oh.
The right side will be free and be run by David Hasselhoff.
I mean, obviously, who else? He's my number one pick.
Right? He tore down the wall in Germany. So
yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Number 2, hackers potentially linked to China breach computer system at MTA, New York's transit agency. I mean, are we surprised?
No.
Russia takes down a pipeline. China says, "Hold my beer. I'll take down New York agency's transit agency."
Yeah.
The Russians said, "Okay, hold my beer. We're going to take down a meat processing plant." So, yeah, I don't know if you've heard that today. The largest meat processing plant in the world was hacked. And right now they're just basically doing everything manually. Yeah, so you don't think they're going to raise the prices on beef now and meat products? Yeah, along with our $400 a gallon gas and now tickets to the subway.
Hang on, baby Jesus, it's gonna get bumpy.
So,
oh man,
yeah, I'm telling you, if it was Trump would have already had like a team of hackers, and we would have like a hack fest, and it would look like Russia turned on China, China turned on Russia. It would all be us, and Trump would be like tweeting out ha 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 ha, and that would be it.
Right. Mr. Mean tweets at it again.
Right. Did you see though today he did took the blog site from the desk of Donald Trump off of his website?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's probably going to buy Twitter or something like that so that he can have it for his own.
Yes.
He's gonna make a new website called Tweeter.
Yes. Even better. It'll feature really small speakers.
Right, just tiny speakers with high volume.
Sorry.
Iran's largest Navy ship caught on fire and sunk in the Gulf of Oman.
I hope they're okay.
Yeah, me too. But how do you catch on fire a Navy ship and it sinks? Is it made of wood?
Yeah, right.
An old wooden ship.
Was it nuclear?
Well, that could be. And then it just like melted everything down and now
melted everyone's faces off. I mean, Iran does have
like 3-lipped fish.
I'm not sure what they're doing with all this technology, but they do have that tech. So,
yeah. Well, they're supposed to only be using it for electricity.
I thought they were just like it was a country of hackers. Like when I see Iran, I just see like a bunch of Iranian nerds sitting around hacking all day.
When I think of Iran, I think, man, I'm tired.
I am exhausted.
Did I really run? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm not so tired. I should get a snack.
I need some snacks pronto.
List of 10 methane polluters in the U.S. includes some obscure names.
Oh, let's have them.
None of the names have been obscure. They're all just oil producers. Yeah.
So
I looked over the article. It was just literally like a bunch of, maybe it wasn't like your household oil producers like Exxon or Chevron or Shell or anything like that.
Right.
But there were some of those on there. So, Kentucky Derby officials suspend Medina Spirits trainer Bob Baffert for 2 years because of a failed drug test on the horse for a steroid that also had an inflammatory, a decongestant type thing in it. Basically an anti-inflammatory drug that's not,
not regulated by that.
Basically right now, he won't be to the Kentucky Derby for 2 more years. Which is interesting because he's won 7 of them.
Right.
And yeah. So
just the jockey.
No, that's the trainer. Bob Baffert is the trainer. He's got the whole like organization, lots of horses, some of the best in the world.
Yeah.
I did see a couple of his better horses have jumped to another stables. So yeah. So that's big in the world of horse racing.
Yeah, I bet, because he was all abuzz, right? There at the Triple Crown.
Yeah, I mean he's won the Kentucky Derby, like I said, 7 times. It's a record. So, yeah. Or 8 times now, something like that. Coach K for the Duke basketball, he plans on retiring after this season. So
okay,
yeah. And again,
Hopefully he's going out on good terms.
Yeah, I mean, he's coached the team for 40 years, taking them to like 2 or 3 championships. So, I mean, he's been okay. He's not that, he's something. So,
yeah,
everything's good. Yeah, he's just old.
Right. No, it's his time. Yeah.
So, and I mean, have you seen Tim Tebow? He is ginormous. Did you see him
he's
the
big.
other day? I saw him in the combine deal. They were doing like the NFL like pre-days, spring days, or whatever they call them. He is boss level, huge.
Yeah,
I mean, look at them arms.
I mean, do you think he'll make top 5 greatest all-time tight ends?
No,
but probably not.
Probably not. But I mean, it's a good story, and he's going to hit some people. He's probably going to get injured because he's 30-some years old, and he's probably got like 1/8% of body fat, and so there's nothing to like lube him or protect him from getting hit. Right. Me, I got like 50% body fat. I'm never going to bruise a muscle.
Right.
I might bruise some fat, but never going to bruise a muscle.
But that's expendable, so.
Right. I just cut it off. I don't need that fat.
You got all that armor on.
Right. Got all that insulation. All right. So those are the big stories of the day. Obviously, we're slow news day, I guess. Israel is their political parties have band together to get rid of Benjamin. Wow, that was really hard to say. Benjamin Netanyahu. It's weird. They've loved him for 12 years, and then all of a sudden, it's like time to go.
Wow.
Yeah,
I just figured out how to say his name just like last year. So I'm like, I thought I was doing good.
Right. Been in office for 12 years.
Right.
Yeah. But it looks like the top 5 parties, which is weird because they have a large party system. Like we have 2 main parties and then independents and then the Green Party and the other party and the Libertarians and those guys that have the Tea Party and all of that.
Ralph Nader.
And yeah, maybe like 5 parties at the worst. And they have like the Islamic Party, the Greens, the Democrats, the Social Democrats, the Chiefs. No, I don't know about the Chiefs. But yeah, they have a bunch of parties. I saw, a lot of them, a lot of parties. So, and there's like 3 or 4 right-wing parties, 2 or 3 central parties, 5 or 6 left-wing parties, things like that. So,
wow.
And I guess like 5 of the main parties have gotten together to band together and fight him. They made a lot of Trump analogies and things like that. Since they're supposed to be good friends.
Right. I thought they were.
Right. All right. So, I was reading on the Blaze Media, which is probably pretty surprising to most. A white teacher proclaimed she is dismantling white supremacy in society by not teaching Spanish to her students.
Oh, gosh.
Right? So, to go on a little farther, the anti-racist teacher proclaimed that she is holding herself accountable for her skin color by grappling with her own internalized white supremacy.
Oh, so she's taking some time to do some self-reflection.
Yeah, let that think in a little bit, or let that sink in a little bit of it. Don't even
No.
think about that. Just let it. Just push your face against the screen.
Right.
Osmosisly let that just seep into your pores.
Absolutely. Is there any other way, really? I mean, that's the only way I know how to do it.
I mean, only people who can't read would understand this.
Right.
By not teaching Spanish to her students, the anti-racist. What is anti-racist?
Yeah, what about exactly?
I feel like anti-racist is racist against yourself. Because I'm white,
Yes.
because I'm black, because I'm Latino, I am going to self-deprecate myself and punish myself for violence that I could perpetrate because of my whatever skin color.
Right. That's crazy.
Right?
That's like
anti-racist. I'm so not racist. I'm anti-racist.
That's how far these leftists have gone. I'm assuming she's a leftist. Basically. It probably doesn't say in the article.
I mean, it doesn't say in the article because I don't know. She's going to grapple with her own internalized white supremacy.
Yep.
So I don't know if you would be surprised about this, but she is a PhD candidate at the College of Education and Human Sciences at Oklahoma State University. Oh. She made anti-racism and white women complicity her dissertation topic.
Oh.
So cover that. Anti-racism and white women's complicity.
Right. Don't speak on this.
I really wish you could see Jay Boots' face right now. It's just it's almost like wax paper where you're just you can see through it a little bit, but you just can't figure out what's going on. He's like, what is this?
My Lord.
What kind of article are you reading me?
It's amazing what we're doing now out there. The progressivism is it really progressive, or is it just my brand of crazy?
I feel like it's supposed to be progressive. What is progressive? It's supposed to be pushing the needle forward. But why are we continually looking at historical events to push the needle forward? The slavery from the 1860s is gonna, if we could just get some reparations to pay these guys that were slaves. We've missed the boat on that, so we're going to go back 6 generations to find the slavery, and then we're going to start paying people that look like them.
Yeah.
And we're going to call it anti-racism.
I wonder if that will work for the Irish.
Yeah, that would be good. I wish I was Irish.
Yeah.
What about these Asians that are taking slaves now?
If they pay me in potatoes, should I be offended?
Yeah, that's definitely racism.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's. What do you say? I mean,
right. I don't.
See, she spoke at the Virtual Women's and Gender Studies Conference, a 2-day event in late April.
Okay, good.
The conference focused on, this is what the conference focused on: gender, race, community and conflict, pursuing peace and justice.
Okay.
The conference included presentations such as diverging feminisms,
that one,
engaging transnational translational activism. That's all one thing. Sex, work, and care as resistance in the age of capitalism. Undoing the white settler colonial gaze, asserting gendered. What is that? That was all one.
That was all one.
Undergoing white settler colonial gaze, or undoing the white settler colonial gaze, asserting gendered, racialized, and radicalized bad autonomy. I don't even know anymore.
Probably autonomy. What?
Autonomy.
So we colonized. We came over. We colonized this land. So maybe they should have said pilgrim. Like, is it a faith-based thing? Because
it's definitely not faith-based. Faith-based.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Because the colonies were just like us colonizing this land, but I don't know that was. I mean, I understand that's a specific time period,
but asserting gendered, rationalized, radicalized body autonomy.
Yeah.
What are you even saying? I mean, we could probably break down each word and still not even realize what's going on.
Right. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I was trying to do as you're reading that to me. I was trying to break that down, like colonial, what? Like, what? Like, we're just, that's word. Yep. You put words together.
They literally, like, through this whole article are just, there's a lot of things that she spoke at and a lot of titles of things that I can't understand. Like, the meeting started off with a land acknowledgement, which is a formal statement that recognizes and respects indigenous peoples as traditional stewards of the land and the enduring relationship that exists between indigenous people and their traditional territories, according to the Northwestern University.
Okay.
So that's what a land acknowledgement is. So make sure if you have an event that you do a traditional land acknowledgement. It's formal. Okay.
Do you feel indigenous to this land?
I feel like I was born here. And as a born here person, I'm indigenous. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm an indigenous people.
All right. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you make reparations to yourself then?
Yes, I do. So I made some money in the stock market this week. I put $50 in my account. I'm going golfing on Saturday. So I made reparations to me.
There you go.
That was for all of the hard work and the slavery I had put myself through for the last 3 years.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to do that.
With my internal white supremacy.
Yes. Self-reflection.
Learning. So basically her thing is learning Spanish from a white woman is not giving Spanish people their due and allowing them to teach their culture and language. So like a 4,000 page written thing that's what it's down to. She feels like she is doing the Spanish peoples a disservice by teaching Spanish.
Right. Because she's not authentic enough in her own mind. Is that what it is? She's not genuine enough. Is that what it is?
Why did she even learn Spanish?
Right.
I mean, if this is the deal, why'd she even learn it as white supremacy to learn it?
Do you remember when America was going to be the land of tolerance?
The melting pot? Remember when we were the melting pot? That all of the good golly things of people's different kinds of growing up and their societies and all of their upbringings.
You learn from their experiences, and you valued that.
That is not what you do at school.
No,
you do not do that. You read from a book. You brainwash yourself to be a plain white piece of paper.
Yeah. And shame yourself in the process.
Do not put anything on that paper. You just follow in the ream with everyone else.
That's right.
You get printed on from the printer. Don't think you're going to get an artist to draw on you and make you something special. You're not going to be something special. You just go through. You become another document written on by the government.
Right.
That is the best analogy I have heard and come up with for what schools are doing these days.
Yeah. I feel like they almost want you to be ashamed of your heritage.
Because honestly, it does say, it should be noted that Spanish language came from Europe. It was a mix of Latin language and the local languages of the inhabitants of the Iberian Peninsula, including Celts and Iberians, according to linguists. So, as a Northern European who has had family travel down here to the U.S. or over here, I think I'm just as qualified to teach Spanish as the next Spanish-speaking Spaniard.
And there you have it.
There you have it. Even though I don't know Spanish, I can teach it.
Yeah. Yep.
So the biggest thing is, I mean, really, anti-racist. What are you going to do to be anti-racist? You're going to go back? You're going to change, we got Back to the Future. You're going to change things? I mean, that's the only way I see how you do it.
Right.
Unless you're going to start handing out $1,000 bills to people. And houses. And, how can we are a product of the environment we are grown up in. Mm-hmm. And just like anything else, if you can't, you just can't go back and change the experiences that you've had. So, fun. Any last thoughts on that?
Nope. I'm all thoughted out on that.
That hurt my brain.
That racked him good.
I'm a hurted brain. So
need an ice pack.
From that, yeah. I honestly, I'm not real sure where I was going from there. You've got a story about elephants?
Yeah, I do. Beijing. Let me take you on a journey, folks. Here we go. The year was 2020, and we were in Beijing. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Beijing, but it's a pretty populated area.
It's big. It's in China. It's China.
China. Yes. Sorry, folks. I know Americans suffer with geography. This is in China, and
in that big country with those people.
over yonder, and a pack of 15 elephants had meandered, sauntered, sashayed into town.
Ooh,
now this isn't just a town. This is Beijing. It's a big old city. So this is, I guess people were feeding them. They were sticking their trunks in the boutiques, and people were coming out of people were coming out of their apartments to feed this essentially a pack of pachyderms. Dare I say,
a pack of pachyderms?
A herd. I think it's a herd, but I said pack of pachyderms because it's cool.
Yeah.
And the government put out a warning to these people. I mean, the people of Beijing need to know to not feed this herd of elephants, and that
because they've seen this before, like
right,
Godzilla!
Right, giant creatures coming out of the jungle.
Yeah.
So I thought that was an interesting story.
So basically, they're just feeding them. They're running into the city and stuff, and because they keep feeding them, they keep coming back.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
And the government is yelling, "Don't feed the elephants."
Essentially. And I thought that was, and I'm a proponent of the elephant, so here I am supporting them all the way over here.
Yeah,
in America.
It's an elephant herd. It's herds.
Herds.
Yeah. 15 whole wild elephants. They broke out from a nature reserve. It's going to be the next movie.
Came down the mountain looking for food.
Yep. All right. Well, I've got... you got any more stories?
Did you hear about the bear?
The bear
that got pushed off the ledge?
Right. No, I
guess this bear. This is in California.
From you just a few minutes ago.
Right. This was in California, and there was a bear that was up, and a lot of you folks probably know about California, where they have like cinder block retaining walls in their backyard. And this bear and her cubs, they were walking on the top of the cinder block, and this teenage girl and her dogs were outside, and the dogs were barking and causing a stir, obviously, because they saw the bears. And here comes the bear just trotting down the wall, and dogs are going crazy. And this teenage girl, I guess the owner of these dogs, like full steam, runs out.
Never underestimate
the
strength
and
of
just
a teenage
pushes
girl.
the bear. Never underestimate the strength
tenacity and the strength of a teenage girl.
Because she just flat out, no fear, no flinching, nothing. Just flat out push this mama bear off the ledge.
I'm telling you, that's like that adrenaline strength.
Yeah.
That mama strength.
And she picks up her little wiener dog or whatever it was, a little schnauzer, and they run back in the house. She had some other medium-sized dogs, and they had already ran on. And the little dog was left there barking and yapping.
Tiny dog's dumb.
So I thought that was an amazing story, and that's been all over the news. That was even on the TV news.
I didn't even see that, man. I missed it.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought it here. Saved me from missing the story about the woman who attacked the bear to save her tiny schnauzer, maybe wiener dog.
I felt bad for the mama bear because I'm like, dang, she just got violently shoved.
Yeah. So the bear didn't come back and attack her or anything like that?
No, the bear ran away. The bear got excited and was like, I'm out.
I'd probably be scared if a teenage girl pushed me off a wall.
For sure.
For sure. Oh. So brain dead from the anti-racist group, woman, that I was watching Bloomberg today, and they announced that they are bringing out masks for cows.
Oh, this is stupid.
So, in an attempt to curb burps from cows, take the methane out of them, they are going to put a mask. It goes over the nose type thing, kind of hangs out right above the nose.
Yeah.
And will filter that into CO2 and water. That methane. I guess the burps and farts from cattle is 84% more potent than carbon dioxide. So, with approximately 1.6 billion cattle on Earth,
we could do some serious damage.
They create a lot of methane.
Well, I would imagine so.
They still weren't in the top 10 methane producers in the U.S. But
right.
They're going to help tackle the problem. Yeah.
That's awesome. And what do the cows have to say about this?
Well, I guess it's great that you ask. They did a 6 to 8 month study. They're going to put them on right after weaning, so 6 to 8 months. And then from there, they said there really was no difference in the behavior of eating or attitude of the cattle. So
now that's interesting.
Yeah. They said they can drop it by around 95%. Yeah, 95% of the methane comes out of the nostrils, and they
can recoup that much.
That's what they said.
Wow, I'd like to see this in
no impact on animals' behavior and feeding. Yeah, it also stops COVID.
Well, one would hope.
But I mean, if you look at it, it's not even like a full face mask or anything like that. It's just like a little thing that comes over the two nostrils, and then it like sits above the two nostrils. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. We're going to save the world one cow burp at a time.
Huh. Let's try it. You know what? Science is weird sometimes. Let's try it.
Let's do it. So, has no impact. All right, well, let's end this thing with a bang. We got a Florida man story.
Whoop.
All right. So, the headline is just about as good as the story itself.
A Florida man.
Better. A Florida man.
Here we go.
Accused of beating and torturing his iguana will stand trial despite using the stand your ground defense.
What nerve?
What? So, I don't know if you're familiar with the stand your ground defense.
Yes, I am. Yep.
Normally only used in violent attacks on your home.
Right.
So, like, if someone were to rob you,
right,
or they had a weapon, or they were fighting and you killed them or something. So this man says that the iguana attacked him, biting him on the arm, and used deadly force. Oh, and he had to use deadly force in retaliation.
Okay. So how is the man doing? Is he recovered from his injuries?
I mean, he's well enough to stand trial.
Okay.
So his public defender, Patterson's so this guy's name is Patterson. Is Nylaja, PJ Nylaja Patterson. He's 43. His public defender, Frank Vasconcelos, something like that, wrote the iguana was the aggressor when it leaned forward with his mouth wide open and showing his sharp teeth in a threatening manner before attacking Patterson. So this iguana gave him fair warning.
Yeah. I didn't realize iguanas were that aggressive.
Obviously, this one was.
I mean, I dealt with
retaliation. He kicked the iguana as far as he could. That's an official statement.
Bad man punted Baxter.
The Patterson kicked the iguana as far as he could.
Oh my goodness! And
Patterson,
that was the death. That's what caused the death.
I don't think there was a death.
Oh, I thought
Patterson
the iguana
believed the iguana could have injected poison in him, and thus he rushed to incapacitate the iguana the best way he could in order to preserve its antidote.
So the iguana is okay. It's recovering.
It doesn't really say.
Gotcha.
So, but before you go punting, Baxter, before you go punting iguanas and then trying to incapacitate them because of the antidote, iguanas are not poisonous creatures and typically run when humans approach them.
That's what I'm saying. I thought they were docile.
Associated Press reported, additionally, though iguanas produce venom, the venom is harmless to humans.
Correct. From one human to another, I thought they were docile. Guess not.
I mean, they are thunderous lizards. They are like dinosaurs.
Right.
But yeah.
So are chickens.
Yeah. But they are vicious fighting machines.
Uh-huh.
Do not go at a chicken. You will get the worst end of the beak. So, Jay Boots.
Hey, thanks for having me. I learned a lot.
What did we learn?
I learned to inwardly reflect on your life periodically. I learned that
white supremacy.
I learned to, never turn your back on an iguana
or a teenage girl.
Yeah, there's video clips on that one, so I'm going to watch that one again because I already watched it 3 times.
Your elephant pack will escape from the reserve and go to town.
Yeah, I need updates on that.
Literally go to town.
Yeah, right? I mean, I'm not a big game expert. I'm not even a big game hunter. I just appreciate a good elephant, and therefore I need updates on this situation.
We'll monitor it. We'll keep our best. We'll send Honest Abe,
please,
out to honestly report on this. I figure that's the only person who could truly do China justice.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll definitely be sending Honest Abe. Actually, that's probably where he's at right now.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Yeah, I haven't been tracking him for a little bit. He said he was on vacation, so I'm
sure he's all over the grid. So
yeah, he's probably in China tracking the elephant population. Yep.
Good stuff. Love hearing from that guy.
So, with all of that exciting and disappointing and unsettling news, this is the Why I'm Angry podcast, and we're out.
I'm angry about pets.
When did we all get this dumb? Almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and nuclear warfare. I don't see any bodies, so it doesn't count.
I'm angry about pets.
I'm the chef. I want to hear one thing. Yes, chef. Come on, man. Use your brain. Deuces.